I think it's a good place that develops players, and I've played in the NHL and the AHL. I've played in North America my whole career, and this is my first year in Europe, and this is a place that I knew had a winning tradition, and I knew the coach and the system that we play here develops players, and that's kind of what brought me here. Roger said if we develop players and we get them to the NHL and where they want to be, so that's what I like to hear, and I want to get back to the NHL, and this seemed like the right place to do it.
So why do you think they called you?
I played with Johan Sundstrom in North America, in Bridgeport and the Islanders, so he kind of knew the type of player I was, and I think he talked to Roger a little bit about I didn't have a team for this season, so I think he mentioned my name and talked to the GM, and I think the GM watched me a little bit, so they knew what type of player I was and knew I'd fit into the system here, so it kind of led to me signing here.
So how would you describe yourself as a hockey player?
An offensive defenseman. I like to jump up in the offense as much as possible and put up points on the power play and control the puck and like I said, just jump up in the rush as much as possible and create offense.
You talked about the NHL. Is that your personal goal of the season, to do so well that you're actually going to the NHL next season? I
think so. I think that's everyone's goal. I think the NHL is the ultimate goal, and I've played in the NHL, and like I said, that's where I want to get back to, and yeah, I think the goal is to have a good season here and hopefully make my way back into the NHL.
So which one in the locker room do you think will be your new best friend?
I think all the guys have been great so far, and we have a good group of guys, so I think we're all going to get along, and it should be a good year.
Isn't it an advantage for you that there's 4 North Americans here?
Yeah, definitely. And it definitely helps that all the Swedish guys know English pretty well, so it's not too big of an adjustment. I know guys that go to Russia and they don't speak to anyone because no one really wants to speak English, but the guys have been great here, including us North Americans, in speaking English. So, yeah.
So you can pretty much hang out with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone speaks English. So, like I said, all the guys are good here, and they're good at including us.
So when you were a kid, who was your biggest idol?
Probably my dad. My dad was my coach growing up, all the way up until I was 16, and still watches all of my games, and I talk to him every day, a couple times. So he was my biggest influence playing hockey and just as a person. I think just talking to him now every day and him talking to me about games and stuff, it's still the same as it always has been.
So if you didn't play hockey, what would you do instead?
Oh man, at one point I wanted to be a doctor, but that kind of, once I started playing hockey and getting into college, that kind of went out the window. But I enjoy golf, so maybe a professional golfer. I know that's really hard to do. And
there's more money in golf, isn't it?
If you're good at it, yes, there is. But I know it's very difficult to be a professional golfer, so I would say that, but who knows how good I would be. Frölunda, Indians, Frölunda. Water. Food, I guess, because I don't think I'd be able to find food, and a raft to get off.
What kind of food?
Probably bananas, something that would last a while and give me a lot of energy. Probably buy a nice house. And give the rest to my wife, because she would take it all either way.
Get a hockey puck in your face or not be able to tackle, not even once during the whole season?
I would say get a puck to the face, I guess. I've taken a couple pucks to the face. Sometimes it does more damage than other times, so I think puck to the face wouldn't be too bad.
Because you really want to tackle or what?
Yeah, that's a big part of the game, so I think that'd be difficult to play without hitting someone all season.